Our top story tonight, some going down in November.
Wars, spending.
There has got to be something big a-brewing.
They're using geese to guard prisons in Brazil.
Does Biden know what
Immigration
Mexico
policies.
is? Would you scare Joe Biden? What are we laughing at?
I think Billy Mays was real.
I'm a world-class skeptic.
I don't know anything about Hunter Biden. I don't know who's big into cocaine and laptops. Why is that our problem?
Complete, absolute incompetence. Like, who funds the news? It's a freaking inside job, man. That the entire world's a stage and everything's fake.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Veritas Show. Carson back here with you. Our headphones are really loud today. I had the same problem when we started.
Yeah,
My
it's better
headphones are
now.
super loud. Oh, and I just cut out completely. I can't hear a damn thing. John,
You're in my... Oh, no, we're not.
Yep.
Technical difficulties.
stand by.
Do we have a little technical difficulties like thing we can
What the
throw
fuck
up?
just happened? What did you do?
I just turned the mics on for the recording.
Test.
I'm hearing you, John.
I'm not hearing any. Wait. Did you turn my headphones down, John?
I turn. How are you now?
Test. Turn like whatever you're on, turn it up more. Just a test. Test. Oh yeah, okay. That's me. Whatever
Alright.
you're on is me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can now.
We have nailed it.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Were you
Alright.
turning Murph? Were you turning me down instead of Murph?
Yeah, probably. You guys
All right.
fucking swapped all of these, and I
Oh,
don't
it's
remember
our
the
fault.
knobs.
Oh, it's us.
So-
Yeah, it's us now.
Mhm.
So turn me down a little bit now, John, because y'all are all loud as fucking shit. All right, that's better.
Okay.
Well, thanks for fucking listening, folks. Glad to be back. I forgot what the hell I was going to talk about to start out with. So
We could just call like the beginning of all our podcasts technical time with the boys, and we'll have a little bit of technical time where we faff around, and then you can get back into your poems.
uh-huh.
Or their-
Poems?
I don't know. That's the first word that came up. Your stories,
Right.
and then I can ask you my question.
Yeah. You have a question today.
I do
right?
have a question, and it is. It's kind of a two-part question. It is a two-part
Ooh,
question.
I
not
love
kind
a two-part question.
All right. Do you have any frozen seafood in your freezer right now? And if not, when was the last time you did? And please tell us that answer.
Okay. I do not have any frozen seafood. The last time I did was when I got some shrimp to take to my niece's birthday.
Oh, so recently.
So within the last month. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we all know that.
Do you have any frozen seafood in your fridge?
I do not. Not in my fridge.
Uh.
I wouldn't have it in my fridge.
Or in your,
It'd be in the
your
freezer.
freezer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Ah,
The only
well,
thing in my freezer is a bunch of ice and ice trays.
When was the last time you had frozen seafood in your freezer?
Oh, I mean, ad infinitum, probably never. I don't eat frozen seafood
Oh, well, you're gay.
because I'm a terrorist.
Yeah.
You know who else isn't eating frozen seafood?
Who?
People in Turkmenistan, because it's a landlocked country.
Mm. Well, then they would have to eat frozen seafood. They wouldn't eat fresh seafood. You retard.
No, that doesn't follow. They could eat no seafood at all.
They
So
could,
I could be right.
but you're not.
I could be right.
But
If you're from Turkmenistan and listening to this, please let us know if you consume seafood.
we'd be fascinated to hear that story.
Also, please send us money so
Yeah.
we can get better equipment and not have to just screw around.
Yeah, which if you want one of these cool branded cups, send us an email at theveritasroad@gmail.com and you can buy one for
Dude,
$20.
nobody can see that on the camera. It's just to them, it's a leather.
There we
cup.
go. See, I'm showing it to the my cam. They can
Okay.
probably see it, maybe.
All right, they are
Um,
cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. Honestly, it's a sweet metal cup with a leather koozie. I guess this is a koozie.
Is it detachable?
It is. Yeah, you want me to show you, John? For the listeners at home who may want to purchase one,
Why
it's
don't-
detachable.
Then I would describe that as a koozie.
All right.
Why don't you show the listeners at home? Think about that.
The viewers.
There you go.
Is that better? All right. Well, let's just jump into the shit on the news this week.
Yeah, I'm feeling hot today.
Woo! All right, let's start out with a nice light one. I saw an ad for dating sites for people with sexually transmitted diseases the other day, and all I could think, what the fuck is the world coming to if there are entire applications on your phone for people with AIDS, gonorrhea, and hepatitis? This seems like the strangest thing to me. Like, oh, you've got warts on your dick. I've got warts on my cunt. Let's get together. Oh my gosh. Like that seems like such an odd concept to me.
Lord have mercy, we're going to be coming in hot today. Well, they can just add this to the diversity and inclusion acronym, right? You got LGTBT, LG Chat GPT, sexual HIV. Just throw it all in there. You will. I guarantee you, by 2028, in whatever new Star Wars season is coming out, they will have a main character that has a sexually transmitted disease, and everyone will be happy.
Maybe. I wonder if. I guess this is on a more. I wonder if some people almost like talk about their. You know the way people are like proud of like being a cancer survivor. You know, which is not a bad thing. I don't mean to disparage being a cancer survivor. That's perfectly acceptable. Good for you. But I wonder if there are people who are like proud to have like herpes. You know.
Yeah,
Like I'm living with herpes and I'm virtuous because of that.
Yeah, man, this is what this feeds into. Just the fact that this exists is it 100% feeds to that.
Yeah.
And that it's just another realm of identity politics, really.
Right.
It's like I put my identity in this and show me attention because of this, it's just
Right. Yeah, I read down in this article, and what's the name of this site? Scroll down a little bit, John. I think it's like it's like Positive People or something like that is the name of the most popular app, which I personally think is hilarious. Positive Singles. You go to positivesingles.com. And so I did that. And I linked I linked their website to our shit on the news page. And they have some testimonials on there, which I think are great. So let's take a look at those.
I
real
don't
quick.
know if I want to look at this.
Oh no, it's gonna be great, bud. Get excited.
I'm scared. I really am scared.
All right, so welcome to positivesingles.com. If we go, just scroll down. I believe this is where the testimony success stories. Success stories. Let's see. I think it's under inspirational
Where
stories.
is this podcast going? This is just okay. Keep going.
I have only been living with this for 2 months. I'm learning to take it day by day. I refuse to let it define me or limit me. Like, what the hell? I will not be. What does that say? Recidus? I can't read that word.
Reckless.
I will not be reckless, but I will be adventurous. And I will disclose my status to further. I have an STD. I am funny. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am sassy. I am worth getting to know. That's great. That's a success story. I have an STD. I am funny. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am sassy. It says I'm not just an STD, by the way. But the way I read it was I have an STD and I am funny and I am beautiful.
I think the biggest takeaway from this is the fact that article was on the BBC. Right?
Yeah.
What the heck? It also said it was from March 26, 2013, which has to be an error. But, yeah, I don't know. Just late-stage capitalism, man. This is what happens.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Sure is.
We got a bunch more that'll fit that same mold coming up.
Oh, good. All right. What you got?
All right, so my first one. This is hilarious. And I say that about every single one of the stories because they are. Look at this first one. Ooh, dun, 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 the drama. So 2 of our boys are senators, a Democrat and a Republican. We've got Lindsey Graham, who just looks like...
Oh, jeez.
I don't even know what he looks like. He looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy on meth. Looks like Lindsey Graham. And then we have this Democrat demon. They're worried about Putin. Putin's going to attack.
Oh, no.
They met with Zelensky and they met with Macron, who's the French guy.
What's Macron going to do?
He's going to be a Rothschild
Just
butt boy.
Keep
That's what he
jerking
is.
off old men?
He's a Rothschild butt boy, Macron is. And isn't he the French guy, right?
Yeah. He's the
Who's Merkel's the French
Prime Minister.
Merkel's the German, Macron is
Yes.
the France. I get them confused. Just who gives a crap, dude? Who gives one single crap about this war's been going on, this war? Right. And I'm sure crap has happened over there, but it's just never ending.
It's important that our leaders meet with other leaders so that they can be informed leaders.
Yeah, man. And they act like these senators are like warning us, like they're doing the public a service.
Yeah.
They're warning us because of Putin and his dangerous antics or whatever. And it's just like, it's so low vibrational that what's the purpose of this story? Is it just to appeal to the baby boomers? Is it just to get people? Who's even worried about the Ukraine war? Does anybody you know actually give a crap about
Absolutely not.
Like,
Yeah.
that's how hilarious and how late stage imperialistic capitalism.
Right.
People don't give two craps about any of the wars, and we just mock it and laugh about it.
No, yeah, I mean, people in America have stopped giving two fucks. Like, even the people who used to be, they used to wave Ukraine flags in their yard and bitch about how they stood with Ukraine or whatever. All they care about is what's going on fucking Love Island, on next week. Like, they've stopped. Even those people have stopped caring about this. It's only the super, like, it's the neocons who are making money off of this, and like the super left wing liberals that give a shit now. Which, speaking of which, have you looked into Macron?
I know he's a big time Rothschild. I haven't looked into him hardcore.
So past that, his wife, who's like 20 years older than him, apparently was a little boy, and it's just a wild story. We're gonna have to do an episode on that because she was a young man until she's a trainee.
No, yeah, I remember about his wife is his handler, dude.
Dude, she's fucking weird.
Yeah,
man. She's real weird. But yeah, no, I mean, who gives a fuck anymore? That's not our problem.
Yeah, and dude, they'll talk about, like, just read that first sentence right there. Russian President Vladimir Putin is stalling at the peace table. They'll talk, and it's the same thing with Israel. They'll have this, like, it'll show up on the news. Peace talks between Israel and Gaza. Peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. And that'll float for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then it'll be something like this. And then it'll be more peace talks. And it'll be just never-ending BS. All the while, we're sending them $20 billion every 6 months.
All right.
And Lockheed's getting their checks. Boeing's getting their checks.
Raytheon's getting their checks.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting their fucking checks. All these senators are
Right.
pocketing money.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. And you remember all that bullshit when the change of power happened, where they were talking about how Trump was taking office and Elon and Doge are going to come clean the fucking swamp, and real estate prices in Washington are dropping. All these people are moving away because they're scared they're losing. That is a total load of horseshit. Maybe they did, but there's no way their pocketbooks have been affected by any of this. I'm calling bullshit on that.
No, it just continues. Like, no, the wars continue no matter who's in office. What happened to Trump ending this war? No, it's still happening. Putin's still bombing and smashing cities, apparently. He's still riding polar bears and being Putin.
Yeah.
It's just the same stuff that never ends.
Right.
And like you said, people just watch their Desperate Housewives. I mean, that was like 2007. What do they watch
You're
now?
a little late on
What
that.
do they watch now? I don't even know what they watch now.
Well, they're still watching The Bachelor, if that helps.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Is TikTok on The Bachelor? Do they do that?
Is TikTok on The Bachelor?
It's just like,
such a grandfather thing to say.
I don't know, man.
I mean, and I saw an article from, I guess, kind of the other side of the coin, talking about how, like, I guess Zelensky shot off a couple bombs. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a load of horse shit.
You want to? Here's what we need to do. We want to solve this war. If this war is an actual problem for global security, okay, or the democratic freedom, or whatever the heck they say in Seattle, let's do this Aaron Burr and freaking Hamilton style. Putin gets a flintlock pistol. Zelensky gets a flintlock pistol. We go to the Crimea, right, which is in the middle of them, right? We walk 33 paces, and we do it John Wick style. Problem solved.
I think that's a great idea, honestly.
If they care so much about their citizens and about the people dying in this war, why don't they take ownership and have a freaking old school duel, Putin versus Zelensky?
I think we just solved a global crisis right here, right now on the Veritas Road. Let's call Trump. Who's got Trump's number? Let's fucking get on Truth Social and post about this.
Oh, dude.
And maybe Trump will see it.
Dude, that's going to be my next article, something Trump did on Truth Social.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Teaser's there. It's just BS. It's all BS.
Tuned.
These people are actors. They're not even real.
Gosh. Zelensky's legitimately an actor.
Yeah, they don't even hide that. He's got a star. Doesn't he have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
I don't know about
Or
that.
he's at least on IMDb.
Sure. Well, everybody's on IMDb now.
Is Putin on IMDb?
Probably. He's probably appeared in some movies. They will list you if you appeared, like, if you had the tiniest role in a film from 1978. You know, they'll list you in there. So yeah, he probably is.
I don't know. Yeah.
Credited as playing himself, more than likely. But
yeah, I'm just pointing out and nihilistically insulting this article because it's been a day. All right, what's your next one?
I don't remember, so we're gonna have to look. Let's see here. Okay, so one thing I wanted to ask you guys. with all this raid stuff going on. So it's been all over the news that ICE is stopping into all these cities, right, and yanking out all these immigrants. And this article's no different. This is just an example of all the articles that are being thrown out there about collecting illegals and shipping them off.
Collecting them like Pokemon cards. Like, hey, I got some Chinese here. I got a really rare Chinese. This is a Vietnamese, so he's got a star. It's a rare Chinese. Just a normal China is a circle.
I wonder if that's the thing.
Probably. That's probably what they do at ICE. They probably get like bingo cards. I'll be like, I'm fixing a bingo. If we go in here and there's a Cambodian, I'll effing bingo, and then I'll get a pizza party on Friday.
Race and nationalistic bingo card.
Dude, are we not sick of this? And second of all, I thought the Mexicans were the problems. Now we're going after Chinese?
Yeah, this is a bunch of Chinese and like Thai people or some shit.
No, they're fine, man. They make our computers. We need them.
And they collected them. Gotta stop saying collected. They nabbed them.
Gathered them up.
Grabbed them.
Rounded them up.
Caught them. No,
that's Pokemon too, man.
Right, exactly.
You're going to need the Master Ball for El Chapo.
Caught them at a club in Los Angeles. And so my question to you guys is, what are y'all's thoughts on immigration? Because there is this pervasive idea that we need to have strong borders as a country, but from like a more libertarian perspective, like, shouldn't people be able to do what they want? And aren't those rights that you have as just a human being conceptually inalienable? So is this okay? Yeah. So that's what I wanted to get y'all's perspective on, because from a more like typical traditional conservative standpoint, fuck the illegals, get them the hell out of here. Let's have strong borders, fucking America, But people are people. So what do y'all think about that?
Oh, well, there's two different things warring in my mind, and right, it's because the whole system is fake. Like, that plays a mega role into my opinion. Like, if the system was real and it was presented as to like, what it actually was, I mean, heck yeah, we should have strong borders, and we should keep them out of here. But that shouldn't be up to the government, right? That should be up to the state. Like the state should have the border. Like, there shouldn't be the federal border should be Arizona's problem. It should be Texas's problem. It should be New Mexico's problem, right? There shouldn't be any kind of federal, because it's not Tennessee's problem. We ain't anywhere near the border.
Right. Oh, I see your point.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
So, and if Arizona ain't doing their crap, and a bunch of freaking Mexicans are coming from them and getting into Tennessee, well, you know what? We embargo everything Arizona's ever done. If Arizona wants to do commerce with Tennessee, we're going to charge them $1 billion because they can't,
yeah,
they can't handle their crap.
Set up our own border,
right? Yeah. So
sure.
But that's not reality, because of a certain thing called the Civil War that died a long time ago. So, the solution is just it's all going to hell right now, I guess. So in theory, yes. Right. In theory, yes. But is it practical? Like, it's just not going to happen.
Oh, sure. I mean, how do you keep people from pouring across? I mean, how many miles is the border, just the physical border between us and Mexico? I'm sure it's a lot. Not to mention, all the planes and ships and shit that come in here every day. So
how do you do it? Like, you build a wall. You freaking build a wall.
That would take a long time.
Yeah, but I mean, they're already spending $700 trillion on the Ukraine. Like, if
all
operating under the Keynesian economics, okay, you might as well take all the money we're sending in foreign aid and just do an FDR style, like, how he built like a bunch of dams and crap. Well, you take that money and you build a wall across Mexico.
Sure.
That's what you should do.
And then you're creating jobs.
Well, I mean, the system is already under that way, so you might as well give some benefit to the people actually living here.
Sure.
If you're going down the road of just insane inflation and we're all, Merle Haggard snowball downhill headed for hell, might as well have some benefits on the way. But Trump ain't going to do that, man. It's just an empty promise.
He's going to build a wall. It's going to be the greatest wall. We're going to do a wonderful job. A great job. Yeah. No, Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
Yeah, people, to address your philosophical meta point, you don't just have a right to go anywhere you want.
You don't think so?
No,
Why not?
you don't own the land. Right? You don't. You can't just go. I can't just barge into someone else's house.
Sure, I think that's a different thing, but there's a lot of land here that I would suggest conceptually isn't really owned by any one person. And so what's the problem with people, by that logic, being on that land?
Well, I mean, you get into the common law, corporate law. Like, the land is owned by a corporation now.
Right. But let's assume
if
it's
it
not.
wasn't, then there wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
But the fact that it's not, like if you were in illegal, or if you were just a person coming from Mexico, there
Sure.
wouldn't be any kind of illegal, does the Constitution, the common law Constitution, does it talk about like becoming a citizen or becoming any of this? Like you're a landowner and you can participate in the common law
Right.
freaking thing.
Yeah.
Like
It's
there is.
the federal government and the Constitution does have the authority to prescribe the standards of like becoming a naturalized citizen. That's a part of the original Constitution.
Oh, I don't. What are those processes? They don't ever talk about that.
It's just something like Congress has the authority to just prescribe those standards for
Oh, it just says-
naturalization.
Hey, Congress can
Yeah.
say what that standard is. That's
Yeah.
all it says. Okay. Fair enough.
Well, has Congress done that? It's all freaking executive BS. I don't know.
All this executive order bullshit blows my mind.
I guess my
Right.
answer to your question is, like, I don't know. I don't think so. But it's gotten so convoluted and so insane that there's no even parsing it out anymore,
Yeah.
which doesn't help. But conceptually, no.
Well, I mean, what you mentioned from like the libertarian perspective, like the Dave Smith Guild of Libertarian perspective is that ideally all borders would be private and whoever owns, the private property can dictate who goes where, right? But since we don't live in that system, right, the government should almost act as if it was private property. So the collective property that people have paid taxes in to maintain, the government should protect that property for the people that paid for it in taxes, and therefore that's the argument for non-open borders.
It's the least shitty argument I've heard for that. I can. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But the problem with that is they protect it against the people that own it. Like the Bureau of Land Management owns like 80% of Nevada. You can't just walk around. Like take about what are the ranch guys who were doing all the cows and they had the standoff. What are their names?
Wyatt Earp.
No, John. There's like 100. There's 100 of these guys way out west, and they got in this huge scrum and this huge showdown with the Bureau of Land Management over the rights for their cows to like graze on their land. What the heck, John? You don't know what I'm talking about?
about. I can't remember.
It was this big thing like 10 years ago, but it's like, don't you have the right to graze on their land?
On
You're a
public
taxpayer,
land? Yeah,
right?
you should.
Or do you have to quantify
It,
if I pay, 0.00000000003% of the tax that goes to the Bureau of Land Management, then my cows have a right to 0.00000, a direct proportion.
Okay, I feel like we're wandering a little far afield from the point here. What are you trying to say?
Well, that the federal government doesn't allow the use of the land that we own.
Oh,
They use
okay.
it for themselves. It's a freaking corporate interest. Take the TWRA for example. It's the same thing, just on a smaller scale. They got all kinds of restrictions and all kinds of things on land that you own.
right. Which is a problem. I
Mhm.
agree. I don't see
Well,
how that
I mean-
speaks to the greater point John was making, which
Well,
is what you
that-
seem to attach that
no,
concept
well,
to.
that's
but-
because of what John was seeming to say, that's the solution. Is that
Well, that
the-
is what should happen ideally, but that is not the system we live in currently. He's saying that's what ideally would happen, is they would protect that land as if it is the citizens' private property, such that the citizens could do with it what they will, but that illegals could not,
Yeah,
right?
Because the problem you get in with a government in the system that we have where the government does control the border and they don't do anything about it is you get this unnatural growth in area. We're seeing it here, right? Naturally, economics is like, there's a supply and demand. There's a supply and demand of people. But if you have this mass inflow, you have an artificial supply of people coming into certain areas, and then like the infrastructure of those areas can't maintain it. All right, we're seeing that all over Middle Tennessee as people are moving, interstate migration, but the same concept goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
That makes sense.
I just think the problem with Mr. Dave Smith's argument, in my mind, is if you had a government powerful enough to protect the borders from the illegals, well, they're going to be too powerful, and they'll stop you from it as well. It's freaking up to you to protect your own crap. I guess is where I stand from a libertarian philosophy. The government doesn't need to protect nothing. Okay, you need to get out there with a shotgun and protect your border on your land.
That would be the argument he's making, but
Right.
he's also making a practical argument in the situation you are in now, right? It's a living in the real world argument. Is you can either have the government do nothing and just leave an open border, or you can have them have some restrictions on it. That's your duality in the situation. That's the argument he's making, because he would probably agree with your point there that it should all be private.
But how do you hold them accountable in the second option? They're too powerful. It's an oxymoron. It's seriously what I'm trying to say.
You're dealing with hypotheticals now. We're saying ideally that's what would happen given the system we have, but you're never going to live in that ideal world. So we're getting off into the weeds about things that we can't parse out.
I'm just saying it's a catch-22.
It likely would be. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. You brought it up.
I did. We were doing just fine till we got in the weeds there, but I did bring it up.
Yeah,
That
and
is
you know
true.
what? Before we move off this,
Oh my gosh.
Chinese and Taiwan citizens. Those are allegedly
Chinese and Taiwanese.
Well,
citizens.
Taiwan is China. We mentioned this with old John Cena about a year ago. China is Taiwan, or Taiwan is China,
supposedly.
and so this could be controversial.
Would that not count for the trading card game or what?
Ooh, I don't know. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. It's like ditto.
Right.
It could be Taiwan, or it could be People's Republic of China.
Maybe
or
if you
Republic of China.
catch a Taiwanese, they can count as any any nationality.
That's right. All Taiwanese are Chinese, but not all Chinese are Taiwanese.
Right.
All right, we've settled.
We've solved it. Ice, enjoy your trading card game that we've invented. You're welcome.
Yeah, who would be like the holographic freaking base set Charizard? Like, what would be the?
They'd have to be really hard to find.
Right. What would you want to have?
So like a run-of-the-mill white illegal. So it'd be like something from somebody from like
you catch
England
like
or
a
something.
South African illegal or something.
Right.
Like
Like just a run-of-the-mill
You're right.
like white guy
You're
would be the hardest to find.
Yeah.
There's no way they're targeting. They're obviously racially
No.
targeting these people.
Yes.
They have to. And so I mean, it'd just be your average white guy.
Somebody who came on the Mayflower but didn't sign all their papers right.
Right.
One of those guys
Yeah.
would be the base set Charizard.
Right. It'd be a John Smith who's here illegally.
Yes. Amen, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So this is what I was alluding to earlier.
Oh shit.
Look at what Trump has shared on Truth Social.
What was that headline? Executed in 2020 and replaced by clones. Trump shares Biden theory on truth. Trump is getting wild, boys.
Dude, have I not been saying this for years?
You have.
And now Trump is being like, heck yeah.
Are you saying because Trump agrees with you, you're correct? Because I would take issue with that line
I'm
of
saying
logic.
it adds to the preponderance of evidence. I'm not saying it one way or the other. I think you have evidence in a scale, and it tips opinions and tips beliefs.
Sure.
X and Y, or up or down. So I just thought this is hilarious.
Where's this? Let's get to this post. I want to see the actual post. Is it in the article, John? What the fuck?
Oh, he
I
like
accidentally clicked out. Sorry.
hit the post reads, John. Or well, maybe that'll go to the original post. I
See
don't
if that
know.
links.
Yeah, this was the original post that Trump apparently retweeted.
There is no Joe Biden executed in 2020. Attitudes, choices, deductibles. I can't read that from here. What does that say?
There is no Joe Biden executed in 2020. Biden clones, doubles, and robotic engineered soulless, mindless entities are what you see. Democrats don't know the difference.
Holy fuck.
Dude, can you imagine the Q people? They are probably just going insane, running around like chicken with their heads cut off.
I'm sure some of them, they came when they saw this. That's probably what happened.
I mean, I do it. I think Trump's right.
You came when you saw it?
No, I absolutely think this is what's happening. Like,
I know you've been saying this since Biden took office. You've been saying this pretty
Yeah.
much. Definitely since he lost his fucking mind, which was
right, but probably when he took. I think he actually died in 2012, but you know, semantics. Yeah.
sure semantics.
Heck yeah, Trump, you are spot on. We agree with this, and I just thought, but how wild is it that the president of the United States is saying that?
That is insane.
Like,
That is insane.
Even if it's just
but
a
it's
joke.
Trump.
Even if it's still a joke, like it's still wild that this allegedly
Yeah.
respected office, this regal position of influence and importance across the global stage, is just doing this like he's effing on Twitter, just like liking
That's what
crap.
Trump does.
But isn't it insane? Like that shows you right there just how everything we taught in elementary school is just going out the window. It's just
for
like
sure,
who
yeah.
gives a crap? Who gives a crap about any of this? You're supposed to respect it. Nobody gives a crap.
Respect the office.
Trump doesn't give a crap. Okay, that is the minimal thing going on. The maximum thing going on is that Trump is right, and the world is so insane that we don't even know where to begin. It's like Lord of the Rings meets Ender's Game. It's just insane.
Yeah.
So it's just hilarious.
I love that Trump shares that of all people. That's right up there for me with Grabber and the Pussy. I think that's up there for me. Trump sharing the fake Biden theory.
Yeah, he said that to Billy Bush, who I think is related to the Bushes, right? He's like a Bush cousin on that bus.
The Lost Bush.
Well, there's a whole
Which
bunch.
also sounds like a pornographic movie. By the
You know
way.
what people always talk about Jeb, right? There's GW Jr., right? And then there's Jeb, who's just like the Florida guy who
Just
everyone.
naming the Bushes now?
Well, no, I'm trying to get. My point is that there's another Bush. There's two more Bushes. One of them, I think it was the youngest one. Security company was in charge of the World Trade Center.
Yeah, I believe that's
on
correct.
9/11.
Yeah,
And people just look over that like it's no freaking big deal. And
it's not weird.
they just, I don't know.
Sometimes people own things that happen to get flown into by. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes people take out insurance policies right before things blow
That's
up.
right.
It just happens.
Larry Silverstein, man.
Yeah.
And sometimes, the power goes out on like July 6th or 7th, and then they had to like redo
Right.
the elevators.
Sometimes you have to paint. Sometimes all you have access to is thermite paint.
Yeah.
Okay, and how dare you
Yeah.
insult those people who were doing what they could
That's right.
to try to fucking paint that building with. They were doing their job.
That's
sir.
right. When I go to Sherwin-Williams and they're out of paint, they'll be like, "Damn, they're out of paint. I guess I got to buy thermite paint to get the job done."
This is fucking America. We get the job done no matter what.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I just thought it was funny Trump shared this.
That is hilarious.
It's revelation of the method. It's just out in the open.
Ugh.
All right.
Wow. That's something.
It's out in the open. All right, what we got?
Let's see here. So, oh my gosh, yeah, play this video once that ad's over, John. The Democratic Party is upset that gym bros are not voting for them. And so the headline of this article is, "Do you even vote, bro?" And they're trying to be more relatable out in the community. They're trying to go to gyms and learn how to talk to people with the right vernacular, and that they think that's important, so people like fucking vote for the right person, dude.
Okay, I guess let's just listen to the video.
Yeah,
I
I just couldn't believe the type of bullshit there. Yeah.
I can't hear any of that.
Do we have sound?
And a full 6 months after November's electoral drubbing, the Democratic Party appears
Drubbing.
to still be in fact-finding mode. The New York Times reports that party donors and strategists have been gathering at luxury hotels to discuss how to win back working-class voters. And they're spending $20 million on an effort to try to figure out how to speak to young men. Quote, "It is codenamed SAM, short for Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan, and promises investment to study the syntax, language, and content that gains attention."
Okay, pause it
and
for a second.
virality.
This is the most insane fucking shit I've ever heard. Let's launch an investigation to learn how to speak to people. This is obviously a bunch of fucks who have no idea how to talk to another human being. You look like you had something pressing.
Oh, I mean, not only launch an investigation, a $20 million investigation.
Yeah.
Entitled SAM, which is 33 in ordinal gematria, by the way. And they're meeting at luxury hotels
Right.
to try to talk to the common American
That's
man.
where you
Spending
meet
$20
the
million.
common man.
I mean, what?
It seems like a reasonable plan to me. Get a fucking suite at the Ritz-Carlton and go talk to other the bread and butter of America, Wall Street investors. Those are the people we need to get in touch with. I
That's
feel like.
right.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's
All right.
right.
We're back in.
I want to bring in Megan Hayes, a former special assistant to President Biden, and Basil Smikle is back with me. You're both smiling. Donors and strategists.
What a fucking weird thing to note.
Gathering at luxury hotels to discuss how to win back working class voters. The Times says these new projects can read like anthropological studies of people from faraway places. What do you see in here?
Pause it. Okay, who's that random man in her background? Just a random man? Him? Who is he?
Who is that?
Do we know him?
I don't. Do you know him?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm posing that question.
that's
Okay.
okay.
All right, let's go.
So random.
Well, it's great that we're being a little bit more introspective. That's always helpful. But I think that
this
the
woman's
Democrats
terrible.
forgot that maybe we should just talk to people like people. We don't need to do studies on it. We don't need to meet at hotels. How about we just go to community meetings and meet people where they are on social media and their different forms and platforms that they are. But I think that the Democrats have forgot how to talk to normal
can't keep
people about
watching
things
this.
that are
Oh my
really
gosh.
important to them, like the economy.
Pause it real quick, John.
so
We'll get
it-
through a short portion where the guy talks, and then we'll be done. But
Okay.
if any part of you believe that this system still exists, this is one of the most fucked things I've ever heard. We're so in so much of a better place than everyone else, right? We're so much richer. We have so much more power than everyone else. We don't know how to fucking communicate with actual people anymore. We've forgotten how to do that. And so we've got to make an effort to learn how to talk to human beings. So what's our solution? Spend $20 million on a motherfucking hotel room.
Yeah, dude.
This is insane.
Plus.
And this is our so-called legitimate legal system that's doing this.
Yeah, man. This is part of the government, right? Allegedly. And plus, don't they hate young men? Right?
Right. We're
Or I
part of
guess
the problem.
I guess it's just white young men. If you get a
Right.
brown young man, that's probably who they're going for.
Right. Or yellow. Yellow's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they didn't give a crap about young men. They want young women. I don't. It's just I don't even know. I can't listen to this woman talk.
All right,
Is she
moving
almost
on.
done?
You're going to be okay.
It's, I think, a really good lesson to learn, but I also think we just need to get back to basics.
Yeah, I think
Basic.
Basil, another very informative
Like the thought
little
dick.
phrase. And you're the academic here, but when you're trying to figure out the syntax, language,
Really?
and content, are you getting ahead?
Yeah, no.
He's getting some
You're
head under
not.
the table, bitch.
Freaking
This is
Frederick
not-
Douglass, the
I
academic.
really have no understanding what that is because honestly, if somebody needed to come talk to me, just come talk to me. Actually, go find me and come and talk to me. Don't do it in a hotel. Don't study me like this is some academic exercise. That is exactly why we're not winning because because Democrats have been accused
All right.
of looking and sounding.
It's just some bullshit.
It just goes to new heights every week we do this.
This
I
is
just-
yeah. This is a rich guy who's trying to pretend to be a man of the people. It's like if you need don't spend $20 million. Come find me. I'm a man of the people. Come find me on the street. Come speak to me in my $10 million hotel room. You know, come fucking find me and talk to
Who
me.
the F is watching this? Like, what kind of person is sitting down on their, like, drinking their coffee and watching this?
Oh fuck, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I just couldn't believe
Yeah.
this at all. Launching a study to try to figure out how to talk to young men?
That's
You know
where-
what talks to young men? Pussy and boobs. It's not hard. Alcohol and tits. Problem fucking solved, Democrats. You're welcome. Write me a $20 million check.
Yeah,
Have AOC start an OnlyFans and your fucking problem will be solved. Okay? Like, this is not a difficult conversation.
Well, I guess you've solved their issue.
You're welcome. Where's my check? Give me a fucking check, DNC. All right. Sorry. I got a little excited.
Oh, jeez. All right. So this is wonderful. I fully support this. I'm in 100% support of this. Iran, I believe, now has 10 nukes. Okay.
We're counting?
I believe that's what this article says.
All right.
So the U.S. How many nukes does the U.S. have? 230 million, and Trump can press a red button, and end the world. That's what they say.
Right.
And we are worried about Iran getting 10.
That is a little.
Now it's not
that's a
quite
little bit
it's not
insane.
quite North Korea bad, where they have like a rocket that like peters off after like 50 feet, but 10 nukes. This is America, man. What are we so worried about?
It's Iran.
I fully support Iran getting in this business, learning how to do the uranium and the plutonium and the freaking adamantium and the freaking whatever they have that
Right.
or whatever it is from. Isn't that from Marvel? Isn't that Captain America's shield?
Adamantium. That's Wolverine.
Or whatever. But I'm
Vibranium, all that shit.
That's vibranium. I think that's the Captain America shield. I'm in full support of Iran doing science and getting involved in all this Oppenheimer bullshit. And we love y'all. We support the Iranian military here on the Veritas Road, quite literally. We follow them. It's a wonderful account. And just who cares? Who freaking cares? Who cares if Iran has nukes? I mean, are you serious right now?
Who are they gonna nuke? I mean, they're not doing shit over there. They're not doing shit.
So be worried, Carson. Quake in your boots. Hide under your desk. Iran has got 10 nukes.
I'm terrified. I explain this to me. Why is it okay? We may have talked about this before. Why is it okay for us to have nukes, but we're pissed that Iran has them?
Because Iran might use them, even though we're the only ones to ever use them, allegedly.
Right.
But Iran
it's so irrational.
might do it because they're Muslims and they hate freedom. Okay.
Right.
They hate your cheeseburger and your fries, and they might go out and nuke Israel. And you know what? Because they might do that, your taxes are going to be 30% of your income, and your insurance is going to be $700 every pay period because Iran might nuke Israel.
That makes sense to me. I think it makes rational sense.
That's right, and we have to create these no-fly lists and have the TSA check under your underpants
Just
because
shove their finger up your
because
ass.
Iran might nuke Israel, and we have to worry that your grandma might catch a cold and you got to go out and get all these shots because Iran.
Well, that's because of China, but yeah, I get it.
China and Iran are the same thing. They're
fucking
both
China,
both communists.
Iran, Putin, they're all fucking the same.
This story. If anybody actually reads this and has fear in their heart, then you are gone.
I'm scared. I'm nervous. What if Iran nukes a small town in Columbia or in Middle Tennessee? What if they do that?
Yeah, what if they show up to our neighborhood with one of their 10 nukes?
Yeah. What if that happens? What if they pick our small ancillary city?
Mm-hmm. They might.
They could.
They could pick Memphis. I mean, Elon Musk and the NCAA or the NCAA. Listen to me. What are the NAACP? Same thing. I mean,
what?
Same thing pretty much.
What are you talking about?
The NAACP is all up in arms about Elon's supercomputer in Memphis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just saw that and I thought, do I want to put this in the article? No, who cares? It's Memphis.
Memphis is a shithole.
Yeah.
It's a terrible town. Fuck Memphis.
So
good food. That's about it.
Carson, before we move off, are you truly worried about Iran's 10 nukes?
I'm terrified. Yeah, I'm shitting myself right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, who gives a flying fuck if Iran has 10 nukes? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I can't. Who took the time? Somebody wrote that. Somebody did research, quote unquote research, and wrote that article.
I know.
Somebody spent at least a day of their lives writing that fucking article and putting it on that website.
I know. It's so funny.
That boggles the mind.
It's so funny.
Goodness. All right. So, speaking of people doing science, okay, and this is very important, the doomsday clock has never been closer to metaphorical midnight than now. And I'm scared. It's 89 seconds to midnight, and that's because some scientists said it's 89 seconds to midnight, and I still don't know what the fuck midnight means. I guess that's like world catastrophe, but they cite like climate change and fucking pathogens as the reason we're closer to fucking international destruction.
What was it before it moved to 89 seconds?
I guess 88. It only moves by a second, I think.
Well, that would not.
Yeah.
That would be farther away from midnight. So if it
Oh,
was,
yeah, I guess 90.
If it was that would be something else.
Yeah. So 90 seconds to midnight is what it was prior.
Yeah. So I think when Trump
'Cause
takes over,
scientists.
that's right, because of science. Didn't Taylor Swift have something to do with this? I feel like there was a story like a year ago or a year and a half ago that Taylor Swift got involved with this somehow. I could be dreaming that, but I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift got involved with the midnight clock.
Saying Taylor Swift's a scientist?
I think so, man.
Yeah.
I think she is.
She's got nice legs.
I definitely know she would support scientists.
I'm sure she does. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
the
sure.
first move in 2 years.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, I think it had something to do with Taylor Swift. I'm pretty sure about that. But anyway, besides that tangent, like this whole doomsday clock is weird. Why is there an international organization with a doomsday clock? Why is it like somebody had to pay for this? Somebody has to update it. It's just all very strange. And I'm sure if you look into the funding of it and the people who own it and the people who own the people who own it and blah 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 blah, you'll get into weird crap. You'll get into Soros crap. You'll get into stuff that'll be on InfoWars.
Klaus Schwab.
Right, exactly. It's just
Bill Gates.
this is just more revelation of the well, on the lowest level, it's just a bunch of fear porn, but it's also revelation of the method. They'll have to put everything they're doing in code in plain sight.
Yeah.
I bet it'll hit 88 once Trump takes over for good. Once he hits his third term, that thing's going to 88 seconds to midnight. Trump eternal.
Sure.
So
I just can't believe, like, it's a conference that these people, I guess, go to yearly to decide and it's people who are like, well, I'm concerned about the climate, and I think that just people aren't as concerned about the way the climate is, and I think that there are, people are sick, and it's because of viruses, and I just worry about like racism and equality and my tiny fucking penis, and I science. It's all people who sound exactly like that.
Oh, amen, dude. I was just reading this article. We need to do a whole episode on this, dude.
Yeah.
Founded in 1945.
Clock created in 1947.
That's some
That's
interesting
some
crap, man.
significant
It's
numbers.
probably
Son of a bitch.
It's tied. There's a 9/11 there. It's probably tied directly to Israel.
I mean, it's tied to Trump too. 45 and 47.
I know the bulletin, like capital B, this illustrious council called the Bulletin. It's
Yeah.
like freaking high table from John Wick.
It
It's
does.
just these boys just moving this clock that probably cost $200 billion that we paid for. I mean,
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. They just get away with it. This is just out in the open in the news, and people just watch football, and they'll go out there and they'll watch the baseball, and they'll just go to their job. And meanwhile, there's a doomsday clock. And these people called the Bulletin.
What an image.
These people called the Bulletin have been moving it for 80 years.
That
no
does-
big deal.
Yeah. That does sound super eerie, the Bulletin. That sounds like the news organization the propaganda organization that takes over and, stops
Dude,
all other propaganda
look at
organizations.
this. I'm trying not to
You're
interrupt
good.
you as
You're
much, but it first moved from 7 to 3 minutes before midnight. So it started out at 7 minutes, kind of like 7 days of creation, but inverted, dude. Very strange, man.
Yeah, it's weird.
Just spitballing that
It's
out
real
there.
weird. So, we may need to do an episode covering this
Yeah.
because it is odd. The Bulletin.
Dude, oh, look at that map, dude. Very strange. Very strange. That's just Europe. That's weird.
That is so odd. Why doesn't it have... Why can't it be 12 hours to midnight, huh? Bunch of assholes?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Moving on.
All right, so this is important. This is scary. This is sad. I am worried for all the people in Florida and South Carolina and Mississippi and Louisiana. Dude, the National Weather Service is short-staffed. So how are they going to stop hurricanes?
Oh, no.
Right. If I'm some staffer who types on a computer from 9 to 5 in
Right.
Arlington, Virginia, and I got laid off, that directly correlates to a hurricane hitting Florida.
It does.
And it is immoral for these budget cuts to be happening. Therefore,
It's just, especially, couching this in terms of hurricanes is kind of retarded because hurricanes move so fucking slowly. Like, you're going to know the hurricane's coming, people in Florida. Maybe, A, don't live in Florida. It's full of insane people. But B, you're going to have some fucking clue.
yeah, maybe if here's what we'll do. If we see something forming over the Horn of Africa on like June 12th, we'll hire a bunch of people back.
Right.
And it'll be like a temp situation.
A temp
We'll-
meteorologist.
Yeah, we'll put it on Indeed so y'all can get on there and do your typing. And then once the thread is over, you can go again.
This is moronic. Yeah.
Mhm.
Was it Doge that they got the
I
budget
don't,
for
I
Noah?
don't know. Oh look, they're protesting.
Don't like surprises? Protect Noah!
Well, there's kind of some truth there. You're not going to be surprised because they planned it out 50 years in ahead with all their DARPA and their crap.
It's insane.
Are there really protesters?
Obviously.
Well, that's got to be paid actors, dude. So they had to have like gone. Soros or a Soros-funded company has to gone in and pay a bunch of actors to protest. Who in the world
You know
would
they do, yeah.
protest this?
No one. Old people, maybe. I could see old people protesting. Like, people who are 82 and all they do is just worry about the weather.
Pause it right there, John. See that? That is a direct correlation of the National Weather Service losing money.
It looks like a tornado path. It doesn't look like a hurricane.
It is. It's a tornado path.
Fucking retard. Why?
London, Kentucky.
Why is this article about hurricanes yet they have a photo of a tornado?
Well,
Explain that.
The context of that tornado that came through.
I need to take a piss. I'll be right back.
Okay, well, I'll explain to everybody because
You're the meteorologist.
am a horrible nerd.
Oh my gosh.
When
No one gives a shit.
Well, the context of it is like when that tornado came through London, Kentucky, it stayed as a like radar indicated tornado warning all the way through its like life cycle, even though it was like clear indications from both observers and on the radar that there was a tornado on the ground and a significantly violent tornado on the ground, and it never got upgraded to reflect that. And a bunch of people in weather are blaming NWS cuts on that. So just kind of a retarded fear porn thing, like you said.
So so why are we relying on the government to help at all with this? Right, a tornado's coming no matter what. I guess is it the government's duty that you're going to be warned? Well, how about you just be like, hey, a tornado's coming. Surely word of mouth can do it. Facebook can do it. You could just be like, you can see a mega storm's coming and get in your basement. How is this a government's issue? This is the problem with relying on the government in any kind of anything at all. It's always going to go wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, their argument is just that, like, especially because this came through at night, it's just because they didn't keep their eyes on this particular storm, which was probably the most dangerous storm of that whole little outbreak of that weekend, is that this tornado killed like 20 people, that people were not as observant to what was going on around them because the National Weather Service did not warn it properly. But
I don't know.
I don't think it made a whole hell of a lot of difference.
First of all, it sucks that people died. I'd want to know a demographic breakdown of it, their economic situation, like were they like extremely poor methed out people in freaking trailer parks, basically, especially in an area of Kentucky. But regardless of who died, it's not the government's job to warn you of anything. Okay, what people should actually be mad at the government about is for potentially creating this stuff, as we looked at in our weather modification episode. That's what you should put your fury towards, because they openly admit they do this kind of crap, or at least have experimented with it. So I don't know. Trying to emotionally appeal to budget cuts in the National Weather Service directly related to death is just really, well, it's peak 2025. It's peak late stage American imperialism decline.
That's what we're all about, son.
So I just thought this article was just unbelievable. That this is news, and that there will be baby boomers out there who will look at this and say, "Oh yeah, let's give more money to these weather people."
The psychology of the preoccupation with weather is a little bit odd too, because I guess it gives people this illusion of control. Like, if the weather gets bad, go to a basement. If it's not bad, don't go to a basement. It's pretty simple. I don't see what else you can do past that.
Yeah, all these kind of like stages of, we got a severe thunderstorm warning, we got a tornado warning. Like, you ought to be able. Now, first of all, I've only ever seen a tornado once. You were there with me. We were outside of a bus playing
Our
soccer.
coach wouldn't let us go inside that day. Yeah.
But anyway, like they say, it sounds like a train, and if a tornado's coming, I think right, and you'll have enough time to just get to a basement.
Well, the point
unless
is,
you're asleep.
Right, sure. The point is, people seem to get this like fake illusion of control if they spend time like watching the weather.
Yeah.
It's fear porn. Most reasonable people are going to do what is prudent to protect themselves if like a natural disaster is occurring. And so the idea that like NOAA's not going to cease to exist, right? They're going to keep putting out their warnings or whatever the hell they do, all these like there's a severe thunderstorm warning in fucking Susan, Alabama. It's traveling east at 3 miles an hour and sucking up all, like they're going to keep doing that. That's not going to fucking change. And so the idea that you're losing something because they're a little bit understaffed is insane.
Yeah, it's just dopamine hits, dude. I mean, how did the world operate? I don't want to know like statistics, natural disaster statistics, like before all these warnings and crap, and then after the warning. Like, is it actually helping anything, or is it just a gigantic money laundering scheme?
That would be interesting to find out. Yeah,
people are gonna die from natural disasters all the time, right? It's just part of the world.
Sure. And if your house gets leveled, you're fucked. Like, there's nothing you're gonna do about that. So.
Well, dude, even that, like, think about like modern houses and how everything is like all right beside each other and made out of particle board lumber, like tree farms growing in like 3 years in freaking like, Pakistan, versus like old growth lumber and original like better sound construction technique. Like all that probably plays a factor into it as well.
Yeah, old lumber. I don't know if you've ever looked. This is kind of getting off to the weeds here, but old lumber is a lot more dense than a lot of trees now because it's grown so quickly. And so older houses typically are genuinely safer than new ones because the lumber is more dense. Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, dude. And not only that, like they probably built better too. They built more sustainably, as opposed to just throwing stuff up so fast and having like a ton of like fasteners. Have you seen those like floor joist fasteners and crap and roof?
Yeah.
Like they didn't have any of that crap in the
in
the 1920s. They would put wood on wood and do it to where it's both gravity and nail fed, as opposed to just these weak joints.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a massive problem, especially because like this area is seeing a lot more of these types of storms. Like this storm in particular, again, radar nerd, you could see like its debris signature from the Huntsville radar, which means it was throwing, because radar beams you look higher into the clouds, but it was throwing pieces of people's houses 30,000 feet in the air. And so it's like it's a massive problem that they're building all this particle board shit all across the southeast,
all across America, dude. Everybody's saving their dime, and everybody's looking to cut corners on everything and make a profit.
That's insane.
I mean, I see this all the time in construction financing. Like somebody's construction budget will be like $161,000, and then they'll sell the dang thing for $400,000, and you'll just eat the difference and be like, oh, look, and you'll bake cookies for your banker and be like, look, I got a deal. I got a house now, and it's just like. I don't even know. We're getting off into a tangent, but
yeah.
Also, real quick, Tyler Garrison left us a comment on our stream that says what we were talking about sounds like a shit-lib cousin. So, thanks for that.
We love you, Garrison. We need to have you back on, brother.
Just funny.
That's hilarious. Bless you, sir. All right. Rolling on to the next one. That's great.
What do you got, brother?
Okay, it's Carson's.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pee in a second.
So.
Oh, these are just optional?
These are optional. I didn't want to. No, don't do this one yet, John. Go back to the thing. Let me. Oh yeah. So Gavin, the one about Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is starting a podcast. And this is the sting for it. So pause that and let's listen to this.
Okay. Oh, it's on Instagram. Fuck that. Can't make it bigger.
Sorry, John.
But it's just like Instagram's
didn't mean to offend.
thing. You can't make like bigger to fit screen.
That's because we're not fucking logged in either. That's part of the problem.
Yeah. All right.
And this is going to be anything but the ordinary politician podcast. I'm going to be talking to people directly that I disagree with, as well as people I look up to. But more important than anything else, I'll be talking directly with you, the listener. Real conversations. What's going on with the cost of eggs? What are the impacts, real impacts to you around tariffs? What power does an executive order really have? And what's really going on inside of Doge? Look, there's an onslaught of information that we take in. So let's take it to the sources without the typical political mumbo jumbo. In the first few weeks, we're going to be sitting down with some of the biggest leaders and architects in the MAGA movement. This is Gavin Newsom.
He sat down in a room with some people, and he was like, guys, what do I even fucking say to these retards out there? And they're like, talk about eggs! Talk about eggs! And he's like, well, what's going on with the price of eggs? Huh? What's going on with eggs?
Okay, I want to stop you just real quick before we go on. what power does an executive order have coming from the man who locked down California
Right.
for 4 years?
Yeah, that was going to be my next point.
Fuck off with that.
Yeah. Insane. Insane. So can't wait to listen, Gavin. Somebody needs to take a shit on his front porch and light it on fire.
Look at that fun, artistic font. That means he's one of us, right? It ain't just some kind of document prep from his office. This is artistic font. He probably got there on his Leonardo da Vinci or whatever. Isn't that what it is? And he did that himself on his computer. You were a little bit off on your initial thing, I'd say. Right?
What are you talking about?
He didn't sat down and ask anybody about what to talk about. Okay,
His
his
handler did?
handlers booted up Gavin Newsom 4.0
Right.
and be like, "All right, it's time to get this thing out of the freezer and do
Sure.
a podcast
And talk about eggs.
Yeah, let's type in what he's going to talk about. He's just like the robot from Parks and Rec. This guy's a sleazeball. I mean, just look at him, dude. Look
Yeah.
how fake he looks.
He's got nice hair. Can't deny that. Dude's got nice hair.
That's probably hair transplant.
Oh my gosh, you're the least fun person. It's still nice, even if it is a transplant. It's nice hair.
There's
Nice hair.
There's nothing organic about that guy.
That's gonna be my new opener anytime I talk to someone new, though. Like, hey, what's up with the price of eggs? What's up with eggs? That's gonna be how I connect with people now.
They're $10 for the good ones at Kroger.
They are, and it's probably thanks to his bitch ass.
Yeah, you know what? Gavin Newsom, I have faith that he can fix that. This smiling charlatan who's probably full of snake poison and demon juice, he's gonna fix my egg problem.
He's in the breadbasket of America or some shit.
Uh-huh.
I don't fucking know. But California, wine country,
That's right.
biggest economy in the states.
He gets out there in the Napa Valleys and he works with all the paqueños. You know, there are no people like Gavin Newsom out there doing wine, but he gets out there and he does it with them because he's one of the people.
He works with the pequeños. Oh,
What a joke!
that's great.
And this has got CIA funding all over it, dude.
It's something, man. It's strange. It is real strange. So, yeah. Gavin Newsom's got a pod. He had Charlie Kirk on. I'm sure that was entertaining.
Oh, Charlie Bird Kirkenstein, Mr. Greenland himself.
I know how big of a fan you are of his, so I figured I'd let you know.
Yeah, he'll have Shapiro on next, I'm sure. They're all in the same club.
Right.
Okay, before we look at mine, do I have time to go pee-pee? I'm bursting at the seams.
Sure.
Go for
Let's pull up another one, John. Let's talk about
Olivia Dunn?
let's talk about old Olivia Dunn, yeah. Son of a bitch. All right. So we might have to play this again for Murph, or I'll just pause it real quick. It always blows my mind when celebrities and people who are making a shit ton of money for being hot talk about how hard their life is. It's like people who are like astronauts or soldiers. Not soldiers. That's a bad choice. It's like people who are professional athletes or actors or fucking government officials getting pissed off that the life they've chosen is different and perhaps slightly more difficult than the average Joe's. It's insane. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to deal with different problems than fucking Billy in the trailer park because I'm making a fuck ton of money. It's like, no, yeah, of course you are, bitch. Like, yes, that's the way that works. And so Olivia Dunn is upset because, and granted, this is creepy, okay, but she's upset because middle-aged men are coming up to her in the airports asking for her autograph. Now, sure, that's not great, okay? Like, obviously, middle-aged men shouldn't be coming up to a 23-year-old girl asking for her autograph at all, nor should they be getting upset when she doesn't. But, like, if you're going to put yourself out there on social media the way she does, as this, like, super hot young girl, right, who's doing fucking Sports Illustrated posters, you've got to be aware that the downstream effects of that is going to be some fucking incel dirtbag accosting you at an... You know that. Hire some fucking security and roll on with your life to keep those creepy people away from you, but don't cry about it like you're some victim. So, let's play this.
Time I go to the airport, there's a group. I fear that I'm being stalked and I don't know what to do.
You are being
It's got
stalked.
to the point where every single time
You just
I go
are.
to the airport, there's a group of at least 10 middle-aged men waiting for me and they harass me. it's these men that want my autograph. They have like a stack of 40 pictures of me or my magazines, and they will run after me down the TSA pre-check line and yell at me if I don't give them my autograph. It's insane. But they will yell at me and like make a scene, and the people around me are scared. Like, it's crazy. Even this morning was a terrible experience. I'll put a video here. This is me literally crying fresh off of a red eye at 6 a.m. They circled me at the baggage claim and were like in my face. And it's not only when I'm going to big events. It's like if I'm going
That
on family
sucks,
vacation.
and it's terrible. But also, like, this is your life now. Fucking hire some security and deal with it.
Yeah, are we supposed to feel bad for her? For Hawk Tua here? I mean, she makes like $40 million off of NIL.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, and hadn't she graduated from LSU? So she's probably out of NIL now into all this other stuff. And
yeah,
and look how many people watch this TikTok. I mean, it's got 159,000 likes. I mean,
right.
She's probably making more money on TikTok than I'm making a year.
Easily. Yeah. And you want to know why you're making so much money? All these middle-aged men are jerking off to your shit in their fucking basement. Where do you think that money's coming from? It's from a bunch of creepy 15 to 65-year-old men who do nothing but drool at your pictures on fucking Instagram. Like, that's where all that cash is coming from. So, baby, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
And you know she's had so many surgeries and stuff. Like, there ain't no way she's real. You know?
Or bite the dick that I should have said. Maybe don't bite the dick that feeds you. I should have said that. I missed a golden opportunity there.
Well, you took the high road for once. You didn't go to the sexual degeneracy for once.
He had to circle back though.
Yeah, it's important.
Circle back to circle jerk. You know what? Screw you, Olivia Dunn. Go Vols. LSU sucks.
But yeah, I just feel like that. Hire some security and roll on. You're not alone there's no way she's traveling alone by herself in an airport.
Yeah,
and
why is she doing a TSA pre-check? Why isn't she doing a private jet? Right, for whatever Steiner Berg owns Sports Illustrated, fly her out on a private jet and get her to where she's going.
Fucking feels. Yeah. I'm not feeling sorry for you.
Yeah,
I mean, the whole point of this and like other celebrities to do it is it's like to just broadcast is like, look how popular it is to be a victim.
Yeah,
like that's all it is, and it's why everyone does it. It's like, look how popular it makes you to be a victim. It just perpetuates a victimhood.
I have hard times like you, John.
Everyone.
I have difficulties just like you. I am so rich and hot. People follow me with pictures of me, and that's a problem. Okay.
Yeah, and it also, John, you're right. It also like perpetuates the idea that males are bad because because I think Olivia Dunn's pretty and it's bad that I'm having to deal with this pressure from male. It's another way to just screw men, you know, and the victim mentality thing too. Started with Oprah, still going with Olivia Dunn, who is not Hawk Tua. Y'all laughed at me when I said that. Who is Hawk Tua then?
It's a random girl who had just a random reel that got super popular. Somebody was asking like, "How do you attract a man?" And she's like, "You got a Hawk Tua and spit on that thing." And then she got to
so it's kind of hot. It's like a vine.
Yeah,
it's like a meme vine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
sound like such a.
Well, I thought it had something to do with college football, which I associate her with LSU, so I just wrapped it all in my mind.
Right.
Yeah. Who cares? All right. So this. Look at this, man. So first of all, pause this. The James Webb Telescope. For a long time, we had Hubble.
Right.
All right.
Now we've got a better one.
That's right. We spent $20 billion on Hubble. And then, 40 years later and $700 billion later, we have James Webb. And look, with all of that money, all of that time, all of this hoopla, all the news surrounding it, look at what it's given us. Look at this.
A W made out of stars.
Look at how beautiful this computer-generated image is from freaking GarageBand. Look at this.
GarageBand?
Do you know what GarageBand does?
Does this kind of crap. Look at this. Are you mesmerized?
I mean, I am. Honestly, I kind of am. This is mesmerizing.
Trippy as fuck.
Yeah. It's entertaining to see. That fucking ads. John, you removed the ad. Good job.
We need YouTube Premium.
Just did it automatically.
All right. We don't have to play anymore. I'd like to make a couple points about that. All right. Number one. What is the utility of this?
So we know what's out there in our galaxy.
This is just... I might as well take a can to go back to the Sherwin-Williams. Let me buy 5 things of Sherwin-Williams paint. Let me put them in a bucket and swing them around, and what it lands on, it'll be this.
I guess.
I
Yeah,
mean,
probably.
what the
yeah. It's like a Jackson Pollock.
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of dots on a blackboard
Sure.
that cost. Look up how much the James Webb Telescope cost, John. I'm pretty sure it was multiple billions of dollars. And this is what we get.
Science.
Does anybody have like? It's just humongous money laundering. That's all this is.
How much?
8.8 billion.
Holy shit.
$8.8 billion, and you get this. Okay, NASA gets $80 billion a day. This thing took like 40 years to make, and you get this panoramic that's a minute and 9 seconds long. I mean,
Thank
what
heavens.
the actual?
You scroll towards the end, John. I'm kind of curious what it looks like at the end. That's really pretty.
All right, so let's also my second point I want to
That's
bring
really
up.
pretty.
Okay, so we got two things going on here.
Okay.
First thing, an exploded star. So they say our sun is what, like 1 million times the size of Earth?
It's a lot. I can't remember
Okay,
how
and they
much,
say our
but yeah.
sun is just an average size star. It's not even that special.
Yeah.
So an exploded star is going to be bigger. How big is this? This is unfathomably big, allegedly.
Right.
So how the heck could you ever this? This is like trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillion to the trillionth time our size, and we can allegedly look at it in a lens that's probably the size of a car.
Right.
It seemed a little bit non-proportional to me.
Well, that to be fair, that is how like binoculars and telescopes and shit works. So yeah.
Well, what about the attenuation of light? You can't see forever, dude. I mean, the distances they're talking about. I mean,
Well, okay. To your point, we're dealing with warring ideas, right? You're conflating your own personal understanding of the way things work with theirs, and their idea is that conceptually this stuff is just flying through a vacuum. So there is none of that. It's just going straight, through the vacuum, allegedly.
I just fail to see how this just the angular, no matter if it's a vacuum or not, like just stuff gets smaller due to perspective as you go away. So
that's how lenses work, though. They make it look bigger. I mean, this is not a useful line of thinking, I don't think.
Just tell me where I'm going wrong.
You're not, but it's not lenses make things bigger. Problem solved.
But they can't make things bigger ad infinitum. You'd have to have a bigger and bigger and bigger lens. I mean, and this is so disproportionately huge compared to anything we could ever make, unfathomably huge.
Right.
That it's impossible. It's like comparing a grain of sand. It's like if I took a grain of sand, cut it up with this knife 225 billion times, put it inside of Neyland Stadium,
right.
that would be a 1/10 trillionth of what we're dealing with.
Sure. I would imagine the inverse square law would be applicable here, which again, we're getting off into the weeds. People don't give a fuck about this, but it would mean that like the size of the telescope would cause like exponentially larger and larger things to be easier to see. Which again, I'm not saying I agree with any of that, but that's just allegedly that is what they would say to you.
The second thing, because this is ridiculous. The second thing that I'd like to point out is this isn't even current.
When's it from?
Well, how many light years away is this?
Oh, sure.
This is like they say this is looking back in time. So,
which is a dumb idea, to be fair. Like, what?
Your voice got really weird there.
Oh, sorry.
Keep going.
Like, according to these supposed astrophysicists, right? So the light took fucking forever to reach us, but guess what? That's what's reaching us right now. So who gives a shit if you're looking back in time? Right? It's what's happening fucking right now as far as you're concerned. So move the fuck on. It doesn't matter.
I know.
It's retarded.
It ties into the utility argument. Even if we want to know what's out there, like you said, that's why we're doing all this, for exploring. It's not even what's out there.
Right.
This is what happened 13 trillion years ago, according to their own paradigm. So there's no way to know what's out there.
Idiotic.
This is a humongous money laundering waste of money. And people, especially in our area, I guess it's because of the Rocket Center, I guess it's because of the patriotism, but all the Republicans and all the redneck, they will hate the government in all these different categories. But when it comes to NASA and space, the government's perfect.
It's science.
It's like I just don't. These guys are just as corrupt as Social Security's. They're screwing you just as bad as freaking the FBI when they come and bust down your door with no warrant. It's unbelievable how stupid this is and how much money they get and how we just skate past it because it's NASA.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've seen like kind of the emperor's clothes be ripped off to some degree with the lockdowns in 2020 and all the health bullshit that's happened there. But we've never, I mean, on a grand obvious scale for the masses, nothing like that has happened as far as like space or anything like that is concerned. Nothing has woken up the droves to the idea that this is bullshit the same way the jabs did 5 years ago, And so I don't think it's necessarily just our area. I think it's everywhere because, I mean, you got to think, this goes back to like Rockefeller and Carnegie and all the shit they did. But like we have a propaganda and indoctrination / mind control system set up from the time you're 5 and you're enrolled in kindergarten, right?
Yeah.
And so we're dealing not just with the fact that we live in an area where like NASA is an hour south of us, right? And people are super attached for whatever reason to the idea that like nationalistic science is a thing and useful. But we're dealing with indoctrination that goes back for most people pretty much the entirety of the life that they can remember. And that's a much more difficult thing to contend with than like your understanding of health and wellness. You don't take biology till you're in like what, eighth or ninth grade.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And so there's a much more elementary understanding of that than there is of supposed cosmology, which you discuss, from the I think I remember talking about stars and shit in like first or third grade. So you talk about it from a very early age. You learn, you learn about the solar system and shit like that.
Right. They give you the solar system as you're an infant in your crib. You
right.
know?
I
mean, that's a really good point. Is that this is one of the foundational propagandas that they build up from birth, as opposed to health, like you said, in like ninth grade, or freaking like government, which they talk about in like eighth grade.
Sure.
Or sixth grade. You don't really give a crap. And plus, it makes for way more exciting movie. Like think about the movies and the TV shows and stuff.
Interstellar, bro.
Right,
So good.
and Star Wars and stuff. All of that built in, and you're not gonna make a movie about freaking health and doctor movies.
Right.
Like
well, I mean, doctor movies are great, but
right. I mean,
those are made.
I guess you could say like freaking Grey's Anatomy or whatever could be part of that. But
House.
But compare Grey's Anatomy and House to Star Wars and Star Trek. Like I don't care how good they are. The propaganda machine's way bigger for this, and which in my mind suggests it's a way bigger element of control. Like they want control over this a lot more. I mean, obviously they want control over everything, but they'll be a little more okay if you go out on the health and wellness as long as you're still in it, because this is a foundational tenet of who you are, right? And where you live, where your understanding about where you live, it affects everything. And then they, from the moment we are born, they subconsciously and even consciously when you get into college and crap, but they subconsciously say the Copernican principle: you live on a whirling speck of dust in an ever-expanding universe in an infinite blackness, and you're insignificant, and you are a product of chaos. That is the subconscious message that this solar system and all this stuff in its conglomeration totality produces to your subconscious mind. And we're telling children this through generations of just propaganda.
Yeah.
So it's way darker than just a freaking cartoon, Plus, when I go out and look at my telescope, am I going to see that? Heck no, dude.
Yeah,
this
what I was thinking.
This is 500 layers of computers deep.
Good luck falsifying this.
Yeah.
Right? Good luck confirming it. Good luck just addressing it in any way as a private person. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
You said a good word there. Good luck falsifying. This is unfalsifiable.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm going to say this is fake and you're going to say, well, prove it's fake, like that's impossible. Therefore, this isn't proof of anything. Right? That's like saying, I got a picture of Bigfoot. Right? Well, prove to me that it's real. And I say, prove to you that it's fake. That's not how it works.
Exactly.
You're like, well, you're an idiot. Okay? That would be what you would say in that situation. But somehow when it comes to this is proof of some kind of magical dust that's 10 trillion size of the sun.
Well, I mean, it's the ethos of NASA and all that other stuff. And the problem, like you said, is the fact that no private individual is going to be able to come up with the wherewithal to try to learn this on their own by themselves independently of a large organization. And the only people that do, like, you reach a point where the only people who would have the resources, right, to look into this you're automatically going to be distrustful of anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
The
Where
authority.
the fuck did they get, like, if Musk started building a telescope and looking into that and said, oh, no, this is horse shit, you know, I think we'd all be like, well, fuck, it's Elon Musk. He's part of the damn system. He's doing the same dance as fucking NASA.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you insofar as this is unfalsifiable. It has no utility, and it's probably bullshit. But on the other end of the spectrum, if anybody ever did make a genuine attempt and had the resources to make a genuine attempt at confirming or denying this, I'd probably still think it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. And you said you're full of the good words tonight, dude. The ethos of, like, do we trust these people?
No,
what is their ethos?
Absolutely not. Yeah.
It's just amazing how they just get blind trust. You know, I don't want to say one more thing, and I don't want to dox him, but there's a guy we all know. We went to school with his son. He lives on top of a hill. He's very rich. He has a telescope. You
Right.
know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest private telescope I know of. I guarantee if he put the coordinates in his telescope and he aimed his telescope towards the region of the sky that this thing's allegedly is, he'll get about 4 pixels. That's the size of this coin.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like,
exactly.
what are you going to see? This
Yeah.
is insane.
And this is, I mean, relative to the town we live in, a super rich guy. And so, like, the amount of resources you're going to have, you have to be, like, a large corporation would have to, pull their resources to build something like that. And so it's
and it's just more Pavlovian conditioning and just beating down, like, Stockholm syndrome. And John's has said this before. It's discovery is reserved for the authority, right? New truth, the parsing out of where we live, the new ideas, that's reserved for the authority.
Yeah.
And you better be happy with such delegations. And look what we have found with your money. We have found this CGI image.
I like it. I think it's pretty. I would set this as my desktop background. It's kind of nice. It's peaceful. I like the weird Likert structures or whatever those are called. Lichtenberg figures kind of things.
Yeah,
that are
it
in
does
there.
look like a Lichtenberg E at the top. Kind of looks like a dragon's tail almost inside of an eye.
It's very pretty. It's very pretty. But yeah, no, I mean, all the stuff that comes out of NASA seems like bullshit. So there's that. James Webb Space Telescope. 4K. They say it's in 4K. That's great. All right. Last article, and then we'll call it.
All right, let's do it.
All right. I thought we were done with this bullshit, and we don't have to play the video. But some trans girl just won the state track and field championship in California. And people act like this is a problem because she's defying Trump, because this was on Fox. And so, trans athlete takes girls track and field defying Trump. Who gives a fuck if she's defying Trump? Like, are we not done with this? No, I keep thinking we're done with all of the, like, guys with dicks trying to play women's sports and hang out with girls and go on a girl. I thought we were done with this. I keep thinking we're done with this bullshit, and it keeps coming back. It just boggles my mind.
Yeah, it's California. What do you expect? They're gone.
I mean, I fair enough, but I maybe I'm just naive, but it's insane to me.
Yeah. This is on the news just to get baby boomers mad.
It worked on me.
I mean, obviously, everybody knows that this is stupid and ridiculous, and it's just I don't know.
Do you think any of these people are real people who are trying to compete? Do you think they're doing it of their own volition? Like, it's an actual person who's, damaged enough or whatever to think, I'm a trans woman or whatever at 15 and I want to compete, like, by themselves? Or do you think they're pushed in this direction by someone or something? But specifically, not like, oh, fucking, the media and shit like that warped them, but like somebody, almost in Manchurian candidate fashion, like, tracked them down and was like, all right, it's going to be you that does this.
Like, my honest opinion, yeah, there's probably, like, the whole network of trafficked kids through the foster care system and otherwise underground areas probably produces these people. So yeah, it's probably directly from that kind of crap, that kind of abuse through the, for lack of a better word, remnants of Pizzagate.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's just one of those things I wonder about because I don't know, even the most insane parents I know, I can't see their kids ever doing this. And so it begs the question, is it orchestrated? Is it something, bigger than what it seems like?
I don't know, man. And they could have it could have been just as simple as agents got to these people's parents and offered them money they can't refuse.
It could
right?
be. Yeah.
Could be that.
Like, guess what? Your kid's never going to have to worry about a paycheck ever again.
Yeah, like I've seen some stuff where, I think it was related to the Parkland incident in Florida in 2018 on Valentine's Day. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Yes.
I can't say the words because it'll get flagged, but with the sheriff who stood down, you know what I'm talking about, and the bang bangs. Anyway, I've seen some stuff where a ton of people in that got all their houses paid off and got debt forgiven and stuff. I've seen so many deep dives where people have looked into that. So could just be as simple as that. Hey, we'll make your life a lot easier if you push this line.
All right. And I mean, if you're in it's super easy to find people who are in a position to take advantage of like that.
Mm-hmm. And this person, this A.B. Hernandez, I'd like to take a look at who's her parents, who's her grandparents, any of them in the Army, any of them involved in the government.
Sure.
Any of them been involved in a huge corporation for 10 years. There's no telling. The web is just insurmountable.
Yeah.
And all we get is these little breadcrumbs, and you move past it and get mad, but there's no telling where this the actual origination of this comes from.
Right.
It's not organic. I mean, no matter the methods of it, we could squabble about forever, but I think we can all agree it's not organic at all.
Yeah. Damn, that was a dark one. That was a sad one to end on. Would have liked to leave myself feeling more upbeat, much less anybody who listens to this. All right. Anything else, boys?
I don't know. I think we've pretty much covered it.
Fair enough. Well, folks, thanks for listening. Buy one of these cups if you want. Just send us an email.
That's right. Wait, theveritasroad@gmail.com.
Yeah.
John checks it all the time.
We'll be happy to mail you one. And, we'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for listening.